everyone! So, I kept my mouth shut for the past almost 7 months and I really just got enough of this shit. Like, the European Union has went crazy and no idea why, and then they basically just want to ruin the fun for older citizens who wish to have a hobby that includes ordering online. Okay, so let me get to this. So if you don't live in the EU, then you probably don't have a problem like customs, or it's very different from ours. So here the threshold is at 22 euros. Like, what can you buy for 22 euros? What can you buy under 22 euros to not get customs? Like, that's already a joke itself. Like, 22 euros is basically nothing. Like, well, I guess you can have a couple meals, like, but it's really not much money. So, and for a gift is around like 40 something or 50 something euros, but it's still not much. Like, I don't know, a couple more meals, you know. And it just makes absolutely no sense because they have this for the total value of the package. So it doesn't matter that literally there are cents worth of things in the package, just many of them. They just don't care. So it just, like, what? I just got enough of this, and I think we should really start a petition. Even if you're not a K-pop fan, because obviously I'm talking from that perspective. But if someone has a hobby of reading, they really like books. Books are available at most places. You can go into a bookstore, buy books. If you really like gaming, PC or other kind of gaming, then there are stores, or like, I mean, I don't know if they're like still physical copies, but you know what I mean. You can. And I don't know if you like to collect pillowcases, cushions, whatever, you can go into IKEA and other furniture kind of stores and just buy pillowcases or whatever. Like, there are so many other opportunities, and if you have some kind of other hobbies, if you like horseback riding, I mean, there are probably horses around and you can find a store that sells horse riding equipment or all the stuff like that. So you just can do your hobby freely. But what about us K-pop fans? And I'm pretty sure there are other kinds of hobbies that would fall into the same category, but I can't talk about those. This is just my personal experience, so even if you somehow got here and you don't care about K-pop, just hear me out. So, for some strange reason, which I can't explain either, I really like Korean music. And I mean, I like other kinds of music as well, but there's something special that draws me to it. Through my entire life, I liked to collect several things. I also have a lot of books because I also really liked reading as a preteen and teenager. So I just like to collect kind of stuff. Like, I have all the official versions of the first Sims PC game. So I got that collecting mentality, and there are many other people, millions of people around the world that are like me. And quite a few of them are probably K-pop fans. And it's actually a paradise for collecting purposes. Because if you're not a K-pop fan, then you have no idea what actually an album means. Like, jewel case, you know, that really simple plastic CD case, that's probably what you're familiar with. And let me tell you, that is the reason why physical album sales don't exist these days in many parts of the world. Because you don't get shit for your money. And let me show you a simple K-pop album. Simple. This is a K-pop album with this photo book. And this was way under 20 euros. One, I mean, obviously if I would buy more, then it would be over the 22 euros. Ooh. Poor EU, I'm ruining their economy and industry, whatever, with buying albums from Korea. Like, okay, so, like, really, when you start to collect these things, then you really can just, like, when you get this, you're just satisfied because you get so many things for your money, so you like to collect these. That's what many of our mentality is like as a K-pop fan. So I want to support my artists. Obviously they don't come here to concerts often, so I can just go to all their concerts easily because they are not here, and you know, plane tickets are expensive. But buying a few K-pop albums is not that expensive, so I can still support them. I mean, I know that not all the money goes towards them and there's like a very small percent that they can get, but you know, they still get something from it. So in my heart I'm like, okay, I watched the official music video on YouTube with ads on, I bought the album, I supported my group, you know, just because I like them. I wanted to support them, obviously. Like, you like other things, you like your favorite author, you like to support them and you buy their books. It's literally the same thing. Even if you don't like K-pop yet, you can acknowledge that, I think. I mean, you should be capable of that. So, I want to buy all these K-pop albums, but EU makes it so impossibly hard, especially this year, with their 22 euros. Okay, let's see. Normally, when this whole internet shopping thing came around, I think many people just bought cheap electronics from China, or even clothes and all this kind of stuff. So, I don't know, when people went on the internet and they found this very nice Nike shoe for, I don't know, $40 cheaper. I can easily talk in dollars, I don't know, just like imagine, it's dollars, whatever. So $40 cheaper online from abroad. So they know the shoe from the stores as well, but oh, it's so expensive, I'm not gonna buy it in the store. So they bought the Nike shoe and then they ended up paying customs, and in the end they were at around the same level as if they bought it in the store. Because customs is supposed to protect, like, I don't know, manufacturers within the EU and like even stores, because stores have to pay these huge customs taxes, whatever thingy, and after that they sell their things. So for example, if you want to buy a Nike shoe, you usually go into a store that sells Nike shoes and you pick your shoe and then pay money for it. So buying it online and then not wanting to pay that difference, the customs and all that, that's the thing that is wrong. So that's why customs is there kinda for this personal use kind of thing. Like, I'm just personally ordering, so like when a company orders a big bunch of, I don't know, hundreds of shoes, big boxes, whatever, then they obviously have to pay customs. That's a bit different thing. But this like, I'm just sitting here in my room waiting for my Nike shoe kind of person, customs is that customs. So they stop me from being a mean person and not buying it in stores. But what's the deal with the K-pop albums? I can't buy them, okay? Like, if I want them, and as I already explained, I want them for multiple reasons, then like I can't get them. I can't physically go into a store in my country and get them. Okay? I mean, I could go to Paris or London, but even there's like very few and small stores, like not a big selection. Like, if I like an underrated group, I probably would never find their album even there. I would find the popular groups, but like, you tell me I should only like the popular groups, I mean, that's wrong, okay? Like, I can like whichever groups I want to like. So, if I want to like buy a K-pop album, I have to order it from Korea. I mean, I could fly to Paris, technically, but you know, plane ticket and all that, like, it doesn't just work like that. It's like, I mean, if I were in Paris, I don't know, family holiday or something, then probably I would stop by at the store and actually buy an album, because it would be available there. But I'm not in Paris, okay, so it's kind of simple. So I have to order it from Korea, and like, okay, let's imagine I'm like 14. I'm not 14 anymore, but I'm like 14, very excited. This band that I really like just made a comeback. Like, they released new music after a year. Like, when you're even younger, like a year is kind of a lot of time. Not anymore for me, but you know, a year is kind of a lot of time, let's agree on that. So I'm really excited, like, I'm just like really excited, obviously, because I really like them. And then also my two other friends are really excited as well, like, we're all excited. And oh my god, we got some pocket money, I don't know, grandpa was generous for Christmas money, you know, all that. We have some spare money and we decide to buy this K-pop album because we are so excited, want to support and all that, and we are 14 anyways, like, I mean, I don't know. And we decide that, like, I don't know, we have parents who taught us and we were good at math in school or something, and we realized that ordering it together would save us some money, and I don't know, we could put away the other money and then just save up for a new K-pop album, whatever. So also three friends decide to order all our albums together. 3 albums of the same thing, okay? So, but I'm not talking about hundreds, so we are obviously not a store that is ordering stuff to sell to other people, just like 3, okay? So we order it, 14-year-old little girls, super excited, and then what does the post and all the tax and customs people decide? Oh, bad, over 22 euros, you should pay some more money. And they literally want to reap off money from like kids with this as well, like kids. And like a lot of money, like in pretty high percents, and there's a fee for their work, but their work includes, I don't know, sitting on a package for a month. Like it's really not a work that they do well, really, and they have a pretty high fee for it. Like, I mean, if I could actually see them try and, you know, do it better, faster, like, I don't know, order something with EMS express shipping, and then it still takes them 2 weeks to get the papers done, then I don't know, I think that's not a good service, but that's just me. I mean, you know, what do I know? So you are basically paying a really high fee for a poor service anyways. And it's just bad that they basically want to rip off young people. I mean, I'm young, I'm not old, but you know, I'm like adult kind of, you know, have a job and kind of stuff. So yeah, they want to rip off me for buying a couple K-pop albums. And it's my hobby. And I wouldn't spend it on anything else in my country, so I'm technically not ruining the economy with not spending it in my country, because I wouldn't spend that money elsewhere, because this is my hobby and this is where I want my money to go to support a group that is in South Korea, because that's my choice and that's what, I don't know, my past self decided on years ago. So I think it's pretty wrong to make people, especially young people like that, like 14-year-old little girls who are just excited to have an album, just to pay this huge fee. Like the fee for the poor service, and also like, I don't know, 27% in my country. Like that's more than a quarter of it. That's a lot of money for like that thing. Like suddenly you can almost double the price that you have paid for something with the fee included and all the time and like everything. And it's just wrong to have the threshold so low as 22 euros. It absolutely makes no sense. I mean, if it would be like per item, then I could like agree on it. Like these are cheap things. I mean, this is not 22 euros. This is cheaper than that. Like, believe me, this is cheaper than that. So, like, just I don't understand, like, what is this? What am I supposed to do? I am supposed to order every single one of my albums in separate packages, and that would be good for the EU. I mean, the post is at a very bad place already with all the packages and internet shopping, so me ordering multiple packages instead of one bigger one would actually do more harm to them. But no, they are too busy trying to make me pay customs, resulting in me buying multiple packages instead of one. So the whole thing is a mess and absolutely makes no sense, and it's just not logical, really. Like, I'm like a little excited girl in my room waiting for my K-pop album, and they want to rip money off me. I mean, I'm not trying to buy a Nike shoe that I could buy in a store or elsewhere, or like something. Like, I have no other options if I want to buy this thing. So, in my personal opinion, things should be made to, even the laws or something in the EU, to this threshold. I'm not saying it should be abolished, because that's not right. Like, people need a limit. But having it at 22 euros is such a ridiculously low thing. Like, like what can you buy for 22 euros? Like, be serious, like 2 books, maybe, not even the nice pretty ones. So it's just wrong, believe me. So yeah, there should be a petition that you should sign, that the EU raises the music, memorabilia, merchandise kind of stuff category to 200 euros, for example, because then still, like, people on their own at home to their personal address could order stuff and they wouldn't be a store that takes advantage of this new threshold thing, because I mean, having it at, I don't know, 2,000 euros would be like a really high limit, and then stores wouldn't have a limit, and like they kind of have to pay because, I don't know, whatever is good for the government, I don't know. But like this, like, it's just for personal use, okay, these albums. I'm not like making money of them, and in any way. They are sitting on my shelf. I take them down, I flip them through, put them back, be happy with them. I listen to them. I also have these in digital format, but I'm not harming anyone with buying these, and not the economy and industry and whatever with buying these. So it makes no sense to have a limit like that in Europe. I mean, so low. I mean, have a limit, you have to have. But 22 euros for this kind of category, I mean, if someone orders music from abroad, they are not ordering it because they want to get it for cheaper. They are ordering it because they can't get it anywhere else. So I think music as a category should be different than from, I don't know, clothes, shoes kind of category, because you could get other clothes and shoes in your country. Okay, so that's my huge ass rant on customs in the EU, which makes absolutely no sense, and I wish people would sign this petition.